The topic is International Classification of Disease or ICD. There are many classifications of health. First is International Classification of Disease or ICD. Then we have International Classification of Health Interventions, International Classification of Functioning, Disability and Health, other classifications of disabilities, oncology, primary health care and nursing practices, International Classification of Disease, International Classification of Health Interventions, International Classification of Functioning, Disability and Health, other classification of disabilities, oncology, primary care and nursing practices. See, now the latest ICD is ICD-11, International Classification of Disease. The latest one is ICD-11. It is the updated version of ICD-10. इसके पहले ICD-10 था. Now the latest one is ICD-11. ICD-11 was launched on 1st January 2022. ICD-11 was launched on 1st January 2022. ICD-11 has 27 chapters. ठीक है, 27 chapters में 26 chapters are on health. 27 chapters में 26 chapters are on health, and there is one extra chapter. This extra chapter is on extension codes. So there are 27 chapters in ICD-11, 26 chapters are on health, and one extra chapter, that is chapter X, which is on extension codes. Okay, so this chapter is on extension codes. Chapter X is on extension codes. Then the new chapters in ICD-11. The new chapters in ICD-11 are disorders of immune system, disorders of blood and blood forming organs, conditions related to sexual health, sleep-wake disorder and traditional medicines. The new chapters in ICD-11 are the conditions related to sexual health, disorders of immune system, disorder of blood and blood forming organs, sleep-wake disorder and traditional medicines. The new chapters are disorders of immune system, disorders of blood and blood forming organs, then conditions related to sexual health, sleep-wake disorder and traditional medicine. Disorders of the immune system, disorder of blood and blood forming organs, condition related to sexual health, sleep-wake disorder and traditional medicines. These are the new chapters in the ICD-11, and the chapter 10 is on extension codes. Then ICD-11 has 4 category chapter codes. Okay, so it has 4 category chapter codes. 4 category chapter codes. Okay, and then there are 2 subcategories. 4 category chapter codes in which there are 2 subcategories which is optional. The subcategories are optional. So the codes have 4 categories, okay, and 2 subcategories, but subcategories are optional. The subcategories are optional. Example, for COVID virus identification, the code is RA01.0. RA, that is 2 letters, then 01, that is 2 numbers. So this is the 4 category code, and this 0 after point, this is the subcategory, it is optional. So the code for COVID virus identification is RA01.0. So it has 2 letters RA and 2 numbers. So this is the 4 category chapter code, RA and 01. RA 2 letters, 2 numbers, that is 4 category chapter code. And then there is a optional category format. Optional subcategory format. The subcategory is optional. Okay. So COVID virus identification के लिए the code is RA01.0. So RA01 is the 4 category chapter code, and then this is the subcategory which is optional. 4 category chapter code and the subcategory is optional. Then for post COVID condition, the code is RA02. So this is also 4 category chapter code RA02. This is post COVID condition. So ICD 11 has 4 category chapter codes and 2 subcategories which is optional. Example for COVID virus identification, the code is RA01.0. The RA is 2 letters, O01 is 2 numbers, that is 2 plus 2, 4 category chapter code, and then we have a subcategory which is optional. For post-COVID condition, the code is RA02. This is also 4 category chapter code. Then ICD 11 has improvised browser application based tools. The chapter number are in Arabic numeral. ठीक है. ICD 10 में it was in Roman numerals. ICD 11 में it is in Arabic numeral. The chapter numbers are in Arabic numeral. ICD 11 में the chapter numbers are in Arabic numeral. ICD 11 has improvised browser and application based tool. The chapter number are in Arabic numeral. Initially it was in Roman numeral, and it is browser based, that is complete chapter description, and it is browser based. So there are different classifications of health: international classification of disease, international classification of health intervention, international classification of functioning, disability and health, other classifications of disability, oncology, primary care and nursing practices. Then the ICD 11 is the latest one. It was launched on 1st Jan 2022. It has 27 chapters, 26 chapters on health and one extra chapter, chapter X, on extension codes. The new chapters are disorders of the immune system, disorders of blood and blood forming organs, conditions related to sexual health, sleep wake disorder and traditional medicine. Then ICD 11 has 4 category chapter codes and 2 subcategory which are optional. Like for COVID virus identification, the code is RA01.0. It has 2 letters, 2 numbers, and then optional subcategory format. Then ICD 11 has improvised browser. It has application based tools. The chapter numbers are in Arabic numerals and not in Roman numbers. And then it is browser based. There is complete chapter description.